And action. I had to shut those little guys in the hallway up. They're running amok. And it's like midnight, but it's Vegas time, so you know. Anyway, where was I? Uh, yeah. Those of us on the right have traditional values, and traditional values are traditional values. There are a lot of Judeo-Christian values, and there are a lot of just Americana values, man. I don't know how else to put it. They're not newfangled, for better for worse. But I know this up and coming generation, the one before it, the one before that, they've been spoon fed a lot of the stuff in the schooling system, and you guys have swallowed a lot of it. Also by the media, also by political figures, celebrities, etc. These are all influences. And long story short, I think y'all are getting played. Uh, I mean, I'm not even talking about Trump anymore. I'm talking about just all the way around. You know, you're being sold a bill of goods. It's like pig in a poke, as we used to say in the old days. It's a crock of shit. You got to be discerning for yourselves. You got to really stop and consider and think for yourselves. Is this the real deal? Investigate. Socialism a good thing? Is this or that? You know, the certain immoralities that are pitched, or just the sheer stupidity of things that are being pitched as like the norm or like as being good. You know, think for yourselves. You know, man up. Here, put these boards together. Each one took me about 17 minutes, so I hope you appreciate. I can't see for shit this now, so I'm just going to hold them up. These are a few examples of those that would do you harm. I know they're mostly lefties. There's a few rhinos, etc., in the mix, but yeah, mostly just a bunch of pricks, you know, political pricks, etc. There's a few more names you might consider. These aren't all of them, of course. There's quite a few more on the docket. These are people I consider to be enemies of America, and by America, I mean you and I, as Americans, as people, you know. You think they really have your best interest at heart? Think again. I'm serious. Like, consider for yourself. Don't do it for me. You don't even have to listen to me. Just think, stop, think, pray, whatever. Get some wisdom, get some discernment. What about these people, these celebrities? Whoops. I know, mostly lefties, right? But they're pitching up a lot of stuff, Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff. You think Black Lives Matter is really about racial equality? You think it's really about down with police brutality? If you believe that, you're a chump. You're a sucker. You're getting played. Black Lives Matter is a Marxist movement that's making bank hand over fist, and it's passing it over to Joe Biden, etc. And you guys are getting played. You guys think you're going up for a good cause, etc. But all you're doing is promoting Marxism, etc. in America. Here's another descriptive if you want the short of it. And once again, these aren't all the bad guys. There's a lot of them that are celebrities and stuff, and we endorse them and we promote them, and they play the game because it helps them to get ahead in Hollywood, etc. and politically. And the bottom line is money, after all, and power, etc. that goes along with it. So, who else? Companies. Oh, we believe in Black Lives Matter. We believe in this. We believe in that. And in every commercial, we have to have a white guy with a black girl, or vice versa. Not because they naturally fall in love with it, of course, but because we want to make it contrived and force it down people's throats. It's kind of like, come on, you guys. Come on. Think for yourself. Don't get played. Who else? Media sources, right? Huge. And yes, I put Fox on there too because they're not reliable. They're like Mike Pence. What you think you're getting with the news as news, you think you're getting facts. You think you're getting the straight skinny. You think you're getting the inside scoop. You're not. Not only is it being filtered and tapered and, you know, sometimes plagiarized, etc., but it is, I don't even want to lay a percentage. It's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of falsities. There's a lot of angling going on, a lot of misinformation, a lot of disingenuous conveyance. In other words, they'll take it and they'll put a little spin on it and they'll put it to you and go, eat this. Bend over and take it, you know? And you're supposed to just swallow everything you hear, you know, because it's a news report, a factual thing that they're on the scene, that they're reporting and blah, blah, blah. Come on now. Come on. Discern for yourself. Find out what's real and what isn't real. Investigate. I implore you. You don't have to be in agreement with people on the right or conservatives or whatever. Just dig for yourself. Find the truth. Because there's something beautiful about the truth, I tell you. It can be very liberating. That being said, I hope we can work all this out. But those names I showed you and some of those organizations, they are public enemy number ones in my opinion. And those that follow them are public enemy number two. I don't know. But there are a lot of people that are just getting played, but they're accountable nevertheless because they're choosing the sides. And I wonder about different groups of people, different races. I wonder about even like the military and the police and where their loyalties lie. You know, do they lie to the true America of yesteryear and, like hopefully of today, to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, etc., to all of our history, everything we fought for, everything we've stood for in the past, minus slavery? Or are they just going to behave like good children and do what they're told, etc.? If they do that, if people do that, well, you're picking a side, so be it. Whatever comes down the pike comes down the pike. Now, as I mentioned before, we're a nation divided, so what's right around the corner? I can tell you, honestly, I don't think conservatives or Republicans are going to sit around. People I consider patriots are going to sit around for 4 years to try to win back the White House after losing this last election on what we believe was cheated. I do believe it was cheated. I think there's a ton of evidence pointing to the fact that it was cheated. As it was going on, things were going up. Hey, I'm supposed to be let in here to watch this election. They're not letting me in. Hey, I can see somebody from here. They're putting the same ballots through over and over for Joe Biden. Hey, there's all these dead people that voted. Some people that are 114 years old in Arizona voting and stuff. I mean, come on now, And if we didn't have an honest election this last time around, why should we believe we're going to have an honest election in 2 years or 4 years or what have you? We're not. And where does that put us? Well, we'll talk about that more in a few. I need to take a nap. I know I'm just meandering, and I'm freaking white. Late.